Picture this, tribe. You spend 10 years honing a game that's made billions. One of the most recognizable IPs on the planet. The power of the big mouse behind you. And in celebration of 10 years, you build up such hype, such excitement, new game modes, characters that people have waited for, yearned for. You know? Original trilogy characters, Stormtrooper Luke. You're getting yourself Bounty Hunter Asajj. You're getting yourself a brand new meta Darth Vader that looks sick. Spider-Legs Maul, an absolute community favorite. And you somehow managed to just, like, take a giant dump on it all. Now, I know, I've done videos on this already. I know I've talked your ears off about it already, but I can't help it, guys. I'm just kind of pissed. I was so excited. When we had announcements, new game mode coming to the game. We haven't had a new game mode since Conquest, right? You look at Conquest. What did Conquest bring to the game? Conquest brought a new game mode that players from the early game to the late game, we had easy, normal, hard. I mean, we didn't start off with easy mode, that got introduced later, but now it has easy, normal, hard, right? A game mode that we can use a broad amount of our rosters. It gets fun little interactions with data disks so that you can manipulate and change and make your characters do things that they couldn't otherwise do. You get fun bosses, like you get to have the Rancor, and now we get to see the original raid bosses that we had. We get to do fun things. We get to unlock some of the greatest characters that exist in the game. Bane, Ben, get Maul, Commander Ahsoka Tano. You get Dad Bod Boba, for goodness sake. Conquest, in my opinion, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I think it's a great game mode. And it does a lot of things right. Yes, there are complaints about it, right? You know, it can be time consuming, it can be grindy at times, but I personally quite enjoy the puzzle of doing it for the first time each section, and then be like, okay, cool, now I'm just going to blitz it to the end in like 2 days and just farm Datacron materials. This rewards you. This game feels like it rewards you. Even though it has a pass and a pass plus, and you spend crystals refreshing your energy, and maybe you'll purchase Bacta tanks to refresh the stamina on your characters and things like that, right? It kind of monetizes the game in a way a little bit more than a free game mode, obviously. But I don't mind this. Say what you want about Datacrons. I think that they are a great addition to the game. The game would be so much duller if there was no seasonal power. You know, who cares about, but I know a lot of people do care about how you acquire it, the RNG involved and stuff like that, but ultimately, Datacrons keep the game fresh in PvP. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing in my book, right? But when you compare Conquest to what happened with this monstrosity, I'm left speechless. Okay? And we can break it down into 2 different sections. We can talk about the changes to the marquee structure and the way that we've been doing things for years. And we can talk about this game mode, right? CG's approach to this game mode is it should be as quick and easy as doing one of your standard dailies. You know, you get your daily quests, and it's like, oh, let's go over Galactic War. Let's reset the wall, do our multi-sim. Done. It's supposed to be like that. Apparently, their idea is, oh, every day you log in, you check out your new marquee unit, you're like, oh, can I level up this character? Boom, let's get that level, even though, realistically speaking, no, you can't level up your character. Then you go into Colosseum, and then you die in 2 seconds. You register on the leaderboard, which, by the way, full of completely legitimate players over here. This 37,236,280 player Vex Quadruple, I'm sure he is completely legit with his score right now and his level 7 3-star Stormtrooper Luke. Don't get me wrong, CG are squashing these guys. If you find any cheaters, please DM me on Discord. I will send it straight off to CG and they will get it squashed as soon as possible. They are dealing with these guys, right? And sure, you would hope that they would have some automated system that could easily detect the completely blatant ones that are going on. Nobody can hit 8. Nobody can hit 5. Nobody can hit this high and 4. You know, like TJ, he's probably legit, right? I mean, it's TJ. Yeah, there you go, 75. So right now, with one marquee, you're looking at like 20k best. This guy's Azim Diartes. No way is this guy legit. No way is this guy legit. This is Azim Diartes. Yeah, look at him, level 6. So we can see at a glance where the cutoff is, right? We can see at a glance. Around 8 global. So 18k with only one character. There should be, there should be an easy cutoff point of right now. Let's have an automated system in place for banning people. Anybody that goes above 4, just squash them straight away. Never let them come back. Because if you create a new game mode and you incentivize people to do well in that new game mode by giving them rewards that are the only option people have to some really powerful lightspeed tokens and some really good access to Relic 10, the only place that we can actually get Relic 10 materials in these coaxial server motors, perhaps you make sure it doesn't get completely abused by cheaters. Because CG they've set themselves up. They've set themselves up here with these hackers. Because now they have to dedicate constant vigilance to squishing people like this, because we're getting payouts daily. Every single day, they need to make sure at payout that these guys are not stealing people's rewards. You know what I'm saying? Every single day. And currently, they are failing. They are failing. All right? They're trying their best. And I know, to a degree, it's not really all on them to make sure that this happens. It's not all on CG to, they're not accountable necessarily for all the cheaters in the same way that, the tax man is not accountable for tax avoiders. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, they should have controls in place. Yes, they should be doing something about it. They should be proactive about it and dealing with it, which they are. But it's just disappointing, especially when people are spending money on the game. And not me personally. I don't really care. I don't really care. I'm spending minimal in terms of Colosseum. I don't enjoy the game mode because it's basically brain dead. You might as well go in and hit auto until you get to that point. And that's part of the problem. You bring in a brand new game mode, and even by CG's admission, they want it to be quick and easy. Just go in, boom, ga, do, ba, boom, bram, done. Get your rewards, forget about it. Because they're conscious about the amount of time that we spend. But even CG doesn't care. Clearly, CG doesn't care about us wanting to have an enjoyable game mode. It's just a whale mode. And I'm a whale. I don't like it. I don't like it. And it brings us back to why did we release characters like this? Why did we release characters and basically say, hey guys, do you know what's really fun? Playing the game with your new marquee with abilities at like level 1 and 2. Nobody is starting a fresh account and thinking, you know what would be really great? I just want to use Jedi Anakin and not upgrade him at all. That's what I want to do for weeks. That's my idea of fun. Because essentially, a free-to-play person will get their characters to level 15 at like the 2-week point. So you'll get Luke to 15 free-to-play if you're not spending any crystals. When IG90 comes out, a week Tuesday. That's 2 weeks since Luke has been released to get him to level 15, which is level 3 abilities. I know everybody's on the equal footing, but you'd think you'd give a little bit of a bump at the start. But no, it feels like, and I hate to say it, it feels like shady business practices to get people to go to this store and spend a couple of bucks. That's what it feels like. And honestly, if CG was transparent about it from the start to say, it's going to be a slow roll. You will get these characters, but it's going to take you till the end of the era to get them to 65. This is the point at which you'll get them to level 15. This is the point it'll be 25, 35, 45, 65, yada, 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 right? If they were completely clear and transparent, I would have less issue with this being so prominent. Because most people who are joining this game are the people that are not watching YouTube. They're not watching streams. They're not on Reddit. They're not on the Swigger Events Discord forum. They're just people playing the game. Right? And they're going to come in and all they're going to see is, oh, how do I get these levels? Oh, I guess I have to buy this and then 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 this, right? And that, when they don't know that in a couple of months, they're going to get all of that for free. And they're going to think, well, why the hell did I just spend like $50 plus on this character? It feels like CG is just trying to hope you don't notice. And that feels bad, man. That feels bad. And you know me, I like to play the voice of reason a lot of times. I do. I advocate both sides of the fence. I don't know how to defend something like that. I don't want to defend something like that. Oh, man. You know, I was so looking forward to having new game modes. I'm hoping something else comes. And we know we're getting error challenges to replace galactic challenges. I don't mind. I was fed up of galactic challenges as it was. But we're getting, next week, we're getting error challenges. But the problem is based on what we saw on the data mines, that the error challenges are going to be gated by error levels. So again, you're putting out error challenges, and the first tier, you have to be minimum level 15. So most free-to-play people who spend no crystals, they can't access it. Not even the first tier. Most people will only access the first tier, because after that, it goes to like 25. It goes like 15, 25, 35, 45, like... I get it, it's like another big whale incentive for investing early. But you're already getting my money out of the shards. Like, I don't know. I'm finding it hard to be enthused, guys. They said they want to put a PvP game mode on top of this. They want to put a PvP mode on top of error units. Who wants to take in level 3 abilities into GAC? And you're going to be lumped in with the same, you know, you're going to go into your leaderboards within Colosseum. This is your error shard, congratulations. You're going to be lumped in with other people who have also got like level 3 characters. It's like, I don't know how you make that fun, CG. People are already falling out with GAC as it is. I don't know. You know, I'm not leaving the game or anything like that, but it's just really hard to get enthused about the error, right? We'll have no error battles now until after the end of the era, so no good sort of payoff for investing in characters or anything like that. Hopefully we'll get a load over Christmas or something like that to celebrate the holiday period. I don't know. Love you.